Hey everyone, it's Brandy from Brandy Janae's Bookshelf and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my February book haul slash book outlet unboxing. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen my picture that I posted about how many books that I actually bought this month, and honestly I don't know exactly how many because I don't remember everything I got from Book Outlet. So the first thing I got, more towards the end of the month, I went to Books A Million, and I wasn't going to get this, but my mom went back in there for something and she picked this up for me, and this is a bookmark, and it says may you always have love in your heart and a book in your hands. And I thought this was cute. I still haven't taken out the little package. The first book that I bought this month for myself, I was in Target. I was going to get a gift. It's like an unofficial on the same page sister gift. I went shopping for her. We didn't get accepted this round, so we decided to exchange gifts amongst each other outside of that. But I went to Target shopping for some stuff for her for the February box, because that was the first time we sent it out. And while I was there and when I picked up the stuff for her, I decided to go ahead and get Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell for myself, and this is the Target, I believe it's a Target exclusive collector's edition, and I like this one. I mean, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of pink, but the cover is nice, and even more than that, I love the cover without the dust jacket. It's like this pretty reddish magenta almost color, and I don't know if this is on, like, the coffee cup is on the regular hardback. So I was excited about this. Also in the end pages is fan art, and I believe it's actually some on the other side too. Yeah, to show that off. So I was looking at this and I almost put it back, but I decided to go ahead and get it because I've been wanting to read this for a while. And this actually, if I can get to where it is, this has one of the pink ribbon bookmarks as well. So I'm happy I picked that up, and I thought that was all I was going to be buying for myself this month, because yeah, but that didn't happen. The next book that I got was actually a gift for the person I was just saying that I bought the gift for when I was in Target when I got that book. And she got me Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles. I meant to start this series a while ago when I was back in college. I kept borrowing it from my school library, but it got so busy I never actually got around to reading it, so I kept returning it. And I've been wanting to read the series, especially so many people have been saying so many good things about this, especially since the last book just came out. So I'm excited that I have this, and I'm looking forward to reading the entire series and not having to wait every year for a new book to come out. The next couple books I got came in my OwlCrate box for February, and the first book is The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. If you watched that video, or if you haven't, I'm excited to read this. This is actually, I'm pretty sure it's a classic, and it's like under 150 pages. So it'll actually fit towards at least one of my reading challenges this year, and I've been looking to read more classics, and since this isn't that long and the topic seems interesting, I'm excited to pick this up. The next book that came, or like the big book that was meant to come in the OwlCrate box, was The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. When I was researching for books that were coming out this year, I came across this book a few times and it sounded really interesting. I haven't heard too many things about this book, but I am looking forward to picking this up. The last couple books that I got from Books A Million. I went to a mall like really late on in the month of February with my family, and I decided to stop in there and I picked up a few things. The first book that I got when I was in Books A Million was The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. I think that's how you say it. And I have been hearing so many things about this book. This was really popular on BookTube and all of that. I believe like went around the time it came out. and I still see people talking about it now, and it ended up on a lot of people's favorites for 2015. So I'm excited that I finally have a copy of this book, and I'm excited to pick it up. And the cover is like, it's a little more reddy orangish, and I thought it was like really like a true red, but look at these end pages. So these are gorgeous. I love purple. It's not necessarily my favorite color, but I do love the color purple. The last two things I picked up from Books A Million were both graphic novels. And the first one I picked up is Rat Queens Volume 1, Sass and Sorcery. I have been hearing some good things about this, and I decided to go ahead and pick it up. The second graphic novel I picked up from Books A Million was Chew Volume 1, Taster's Choice by John Layman and Rob Guillory. I've heard a few people talking about it, but mainly I heard Ashley from Bookish Realm talking about this, and she made it sound really interesting. And ever since I first seen her talking about it, I wanted to pick it up. So when I saw it there, I decided to go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with my book outlet unboxing. My first order is going to be the first box that I open, and woo, here is the first box. I decided to go ahead and get books because I was looking again, and they ended up having their President's Day sale, and everything on the site was 15% off. And then I had got the $5 coupon that if you signed up beforehand, you get a $5 coupon, and you have to spend at least $25 to use that coupon, I believe. So I went ahead and placed this order. So the first book that I got here, which actually was like the last book I decided to pick up, and it is huge, and it is a complete tales and poems of Edgar Allan Poe. I've heard so many people talking about Edgar Allan Poe, and ever since high school when I read The Mask of the Red Death, I've been wanting to read more of his work. And it was one copy left, and I believe this is a scratch-a-dent copy, and I think it might have been because the cover was folded a little off. If any of you have any favorite Edgar Allan Poe works, let me know. Maybe I'll start reading that one first. The next book I picked up was Pure by Juliana Baggett, and this is another one of those books where I kept checking the book out while I was in college, but I was busy, and I think I did start reading this one. Have heard a few people talking about it, and they enjoyed the series. The next book I picked up is 10 by Gretchen McNeil, and I believe this book is a modernized version of Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. The next book I picked up was Panic by Sharon M. Draper, and I believe this is a book where the main character gets kidnapped. The next book I have here is The Madman's Daughter, and I saw some when I first read the description of this on Goodreads, I decided I wanted to read it. The next book I picked up is The Book of Speculation by Erica Swiler, and I can't really give a synopsis off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it was about a family that has these recurring deaths around the same time of year, and that date was, I believe, July 24th, and that's my birthday. So I was decided to go ahead and check it out because I was interested. The next book I picked up is We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach, and I believe this is about there's a meteor heading to the earth, and people are living out their days before this meteor comes into contact. We follow characters as they live their life before that moment occurs. The next book I have here is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, and this is the second book in the Red Rising trilogy. I picked up Red Rising for Book Outlet not long ago, and I decided to go ahead. When I saw this on there, I decided to go ahead and get it. Might as well get it for a discounted price since I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to read it anyway. The next book I have here is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I have been hearing so many good things about this book and actually the entire series, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. The next book I have here is Storm Dancer, which is the first book in a series, The Lotus War by Jake Kristoff, and this is actually the author or one of the co-authors of Illuminate. So I've been seeing this on Book Outlet and I've been wanting to pick it up, but I kind of put it back my last order. So since it was still on there, I decided to go ahead and pick it up. The next book I have here is Trust Me, I'm Lying by Mary Elizabeth Summer. And I'm not really sure what this is about, but I believe it takes place in Chicago. I remember reading it and it sounded interesting, so I decided to pick it up. The next book I have here is Marina by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, and this cover is beautiful. And this is the author of The Shadow of the Wind, which I heard someone talking about, and it sounded really interesting, so I decided to pick up this book by the same author since they didn't have the other book on there. And the last book that I have here is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I've heard so many good things about this book. This is so many people's favorites. I believe it is a contemporary. I'm not sure what it's about, but I'm looking forward to reading this. Hey everyone, I'm back. I ran out of time yesterday while I was trying to finish filming the unboxing, so I'm gonna finish it now. So I forgot that I actually ordered this. I thought I put this one back, but this is The Glass Sentence by S.E. Grove. I've been wanting to get this for a while, and I've seen a few people talking about it, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up, I guess. The next book I have here is Ruby by Cynthia Bond, and part of the reason I got this was because it is one of the books from Oprah's book club, and one of the reading challenges, I believe the Pop Sugar reading challenge, it has a book. You're supposed to pick a book from Oprah's book club, and I read it and it sounded interesting, and actually this looks like it is an African-American author, so that's something. The book sounded interesting, so I'm looking forward to reading this. And the next book I have here, which is a duplicate, is We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach. And since I did already have another copy of this book that I'm exchanging gifts with for the next 6 months, I'll probably just send this to her since I do have an extra copy. And the last two books I got are by the same author. The first book I have by the author is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. They finally had this back on Book Outlet. I wanted to get it back when they had the Boxing Day sale, but it sold out before I got a chance to get my hands on it. And they only had the second and third books in the series, and they finally had the first one back on there, so I finally picked it up. And I wanted to get this edition because I didn't like the way the mass market paperbacks look because they're so small, and this one is so floppy, so it'll be easier to read than having to sit there like ugh. But I've heard many good things about this. I'm sure a lot of people have, and I'm excited to pick this up. And the last book in this box, also by Brandon Sanderson, is Steelheart, which is the first book in the Reckoner series. I've seen a few people talking about this, but I think the main person I heard talking about it once again is Ashley over at Bookish Realm. You should go check out her videos. She makes some really good recommendations. So she was talking about this, and I believe it has something to do with anti-heroes. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up, and I believe I think it's the last book. If this is a trilogy, the last book just came out, so I'm looking forward to getting started with actually both of these series and reading Brandon Sanderson for the first time. Open my last box. Seriously? It's only 4 books in here, so this should go by pretty fast. The first book I have in this box is The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, and I believe people were saying this is the pseudonym for J.K. Rowling. And this is, I believe, an adult mystery novel, and I've been hearing good things about the series, and I decided to go ahead and pick it up, and I only had to pay $5.99 for it. Next book I have here is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I felt kind of bad picking up the collector's edition that I showed earlier in this video for myself, and I was on Book Outlet and I saw a copy of it, so I decided to go ahead and buy this once again for the girl that I'm gifting stuff to. And It's a hardcover, so I'm sure she'll appreciate that because she did want to get Fangirl. The next book I have here is Anna and the French Kiss again, and I got this once again for same girl that I was giving Fangirl and the other books that I mentioned that I was gonna give to her. And the last book I have in this box is actually another repeat. Once again, I guess I didn't realize that I bought it twice already, or because I think I ordered this. I ordered the big box and then this box, and then the one I opened second, I ordered that one last. So I guess I got mixed up. I thought I put the book back, and then I ended up buying it again. And once again, this is We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallich. And because I do have an extra copy, I will probably end up doing a giveaway for this book, but I will announce that later. That was everything that I got in my February book haul slash book outlet unboxing. If you read any of these books, let me know which ones were your favorites and maybe which ones you would like to see me pick up first. Also, let me know if you would be interested in a giveaway for We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallich. And yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.